Anthropic just released the best AI coding model in the world. It can run code completely on its own for 30 hours straight without losing any focus. And in today's video, we're going to be breaking down everything that Claude Sonnet 4.5 can do, all the new tools that they released, and what this means for the future of AI coding. So in today's video, we're going to be walking through what makes Claude Sonnet 4.5 different from everything else in the market at the moment. We're going to look at the benchmarks and see how it's completely dominating against its competition. We're then going to walk through all of the new features, and there's a ton of them, including the brand new AI Agent SDK. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got lots about AI and automation, both how to build it, as well as breaking down major releases to do with AI and automation. Okay, so let's start with the benchmarking because the numbers are absolutely wild. On SWE-bench verified, which can test whether AI can fix real GitHub problems with an actual database, Claude Sonnet 4.5 is now market leading with a score of 77.2, and if you use parallel compute, it's all the way up to 82% now. For comparison, Claude Opus 4 is down at 74.5%. The previous version of Sonnet is at 72.7%. And if you start to look wider at the market competition, you can see GPT-5 is at 75% more or less, but Gemini 2.5 Pro is all the way down at 67.2%. Now 10% may not sound like that much, but it's an absolute chasm when it comes to the scores and where they are today. And it's even more impressive because Claude Opus 4.1, which has been a fantastic model to date, is now performing worse than Sonnet 4.5. And to remember, the structure for the models from Claude is Haiku for those fast responses. We've got Sonnet for those smarter everyday activities. And then we've got Claude Opus, which is supposed to be their fully blown, advanced reasoning, deep research models to really give you that best output possible for more complex use cases. So it really makes me think, what on earth are they going to release for Claude Opus 4.2? If we come down to computer use, what we can also see is that Claude is now up to 61.4%. Now, what computer use is, it's basically how good the AI is interacting with your computer like a human would. And this is where it gets crazy, because just 4 months ago, Claude Sonnet 4 was all the way down at 42.2%. That's almost a 50% jump in the performance for this specific metric over the last 4 months. So you can see how quickly these models are advancing in all of the different applications they're getting access to. And that's why Anthropic didn't just say that this is an incremental jump, but it's an absolute step up in the performance of Claude Sonnet in the market today. If we come down to the domain-specific expertise as well, we can see that it's now leading across finance, law, medicine, and STEM for the different insights it's able to produce. We can see that Claude 4.5 Sonnet for STEM subjects alone have gone up to 69%. That's a huge jump up if we activate the thinking module, so giving it that extra time to really think about it, versus the 58%. If you don't have that, that's where we can see we're only a little bit higher up than what we would have with Claude Opus 4.1. But remember, this is supposed to be that middle-of-the-road model for more of that everyday use versus that full-blown model of Opus 4.2. If we come down here, the other really key part as well is the misaligned behavior scores. So what this is looking at is how does it adhere to the guidance and structure and performance to make sure that it's aligned to the AI safety levels that Anthropic have imposed. So as we can see here, 4.5 is a much safer model for them to deploy in lots and lots of different use cases, especially in certain sectors where the output is really, really key to get right: financial services, medical, and much, much more. And that's where it is almost on par with ChatGPT-5 for how it performs at the moment. But here's one of the key stats that you need to know. Anthropic has observed that this model is actually maintaining focus over a 30-hour period to solve complex tasks. And the reason this is important is because it's now breaking the pattern of what we've seen to date. According to MetaLab, there's a theory that for every 7 months, the duration of a task that the AI can complete will double. And that's what you can see in the graph in the background. So remember, ChatGPT 5 was released a couple of months ago in August of 2025, was able to do about 2 hours and 17 minutes, which is still a huge step up compared to Grok 4 before that, which was around 1 hour and 50 minutes. But now, within a month and Claude Sonnet 4.5, we've now been able to go up from 2 hours and 70 minutes to 30 hours of maintained focus to go through and complete a task, when we were only expecting around 4 hours for the power of this model. So it's absolutely exponential in what we're seeing for the power of AI at the moment. So what's actually new in Claude Sonnet 4.5? First up is context awareness. Claude can now track its token usage throughout an entire conversation, receiving updates on how many tokens it's used, how many tokens it's got left, and this helps mitigate the abandonment of tasks and enables a more efficient execution on long-running tasks. So essentially, at the start of the conversation, you're able to give the agent the number of tokens it's allowed to use. That's going to be called the context window. And then as the conversation goes on, it keeps track of how many is used to date. But here's the key part. It can also go through and remove now irrelevant points potentially from the actual context window that it doesn't need in the future. So the example that you can see in the background now is where as that game is going through and there's new moves made, there's new changes, it's removing some previous history that it doesn't actually need to actually go through and make that next best move, keeping that latest information in the context window. For now, the token length and sort of context awareness is only available in the extended thinking versions. But this means the model is actually a lot more token efficient and could actually result in cost reduction as well, because it's optimizing the number of tokens it's using versus just storing everything like it used to. This is similar to what Gemini did a couple of days ago with their Flash 2.5 model and Flash 2.5 Lite to make them more context aware on the tokens they're using and the previous history. So they're creating models that are more token efficient to reduce costs. The second part is Claude is now going to focus on a few tasks at a time versus trying to do everything in one go. And this has been one of the issues with Claude and many other models historically, is it's trying to change everything in one go, sometimes adding in code that's not needed, rewriting code that was working, and much, much more. So if you've ever got frustrated with Claude going through and changing loads of the different parts of code, maybe adding in lots of code that isn't useful at all, then this should help it be a lot more targeted to get you the output that you're looking for. Third is the ability for Claude now to handle multiple tool requests at the same time. So this means if you want to trigger multiple tools to occur, API calls, anything like that, they can all happen in parallel now instead of happening one after the other to get the output and the response. So now let's talk about pricing, because this is actually pretty interesting. So Anthropic, yes, it is a very expensive model in the market compared to some others, but they're not going to go through and change any of the pricing. So this means you're going to look at around $3 per million input tokens and around $15 per million output tokens as well. So what this means is for around 1.5 million actual words going into and out of the model is going to cost you around $18 to be able to get that output. But what this actually means as well in reality is you're probably getting more intelligent for the same cost as you did before. You can also get up to 90% cost saving with prompt caching and 50% for batch processing. And it's available to use everywhere today. All you need to do is come across to, as you can see on screen here, copy the updated code model snippet, include it into your models or workflows, whatever you're doing, and you'll be able to use it straight away in your models. It's already updated automatically in Cursor, Windsurf, Amazon Bedrock, and a few others already out there, so you may not even need to make the change yourself. But the model isn't the only thing that Anthropic have released during this update. They've also released a whole suite of new tools alongside this. So let's go through them. So first up is checkpoints, and apparently this is Anthropic's most requested feature, and what it enables users to do is go back to their last saved point and operate from there. So this means with your code bases, if AI starts going down the wrong path, you can actually roll back to a previous version and get it working. They've also released a native VS Code extension, so you can use Claude Code in your editor nice and easily without having to switch between different windows. They've also gone through and completely refreshed the terminal interface, so it's a bit slicker and cleaner versus what it used to look like in the past. And now Claude is also coming for your browser, because they've just released Claude Chrome extension, which will directly integrate with Chrome and enable you to be able to chat with and use Anthropic's Claude Sonnet model within your day-to-day activities. We're going to have a deep dive video on that coming up later on, so definitely let me know anything you want to see in the comments below. But here is the big one. They've just released the AI Agent Claude SDK. And this is built on top of the Claude code over the last 6 months or so. They say that they've been able to solve the hard problems, like how AI agents should manage memory across long-running tasks, how to handle permissions whilst balancing autonomy with that user control over the process, and also how to coordinate sub-agents to achieve that workstream goal that's been specified. This is very similar to the AI Agent SDK from OpenAI, but what Claude SDK now has with the AI agents is what they call the orchestrator, and you're able to use it within TypeScript as well as Python. Now, one of my favorite features, which I think is going to really challenge Lovable, Bolt.on New, all of these different vibe coding platforms out there that have been around to date. We're talking about Imagine with Claude. Instead of planning tasks one ahead of time, Claude now generates the code or user interfaces for you to be able to interact with and go through and refine over a longer period of time. Now, this is an early feature at the moment, specifically for the Max plan, so it's definitely not available for everyone out there at the moment. But if you've ever thought of trying to build your own app or web application, that's definitely the idea that Imagine with Claude is looking to solve. Okay, so who's actually going to be using this model day to day? Well, if you're in the developer landscape, you should absolutely test this out, whether it's with Cursor, Claude Code, or just through the API. The improvements in just focused task execution alone makes it worth trying, especially if you're going to be working on maybe some more complex multi-step coding tasks. Again, it's still not 100% of the way there, but it can definitely support in specific use cases. Maybe you're looking to build your own AI agents or autonomous systems. This can definitely help out. If you're a business that's operating maybe a small, medium size, this is definitely a great use case, but I think it's absolutely fantastic for those specific niches where that model alignment is absolutely key, i.e. your finance, your healthcare, your lawyers, where you really need to make sure that it's a precise output every single time. If you're building AI agent systems, this brand new Agent SDK is going to be absolutely game-changing, and we're going to have lots of videos on the channel about it coming soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. So here's my take. I think this has been one of the most important releases from Anthropic in the last couple of iterations. The 30 hours of autonomous coding is definitely going to target a real pain point for many, many developers out there, but also hints at what the future of these AI agents could also do as well. We can also couple this with the context awareness factor as well, and now having the ability for it to remember what's been said in the past, but also optimizing that for context length and the cost associated with it is going to make sure that we get the best outputs possible every single time. What we've also seen is a real shift in the way that Anthropic is doing some of their marketing as well. No longer are they tiptoeing around some of the different marketing out there. They're coming straight out with it and saying that they are the best AI coding agent out there at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how this changes in the future, because I love the actual, vibe, the personality that Claude has in the moment. So I really don't want that to be going anywhere anytime soon. And finally, I think we're really generally starting to shift from where AI can help with your code, help with that project, to actually having AIs develop multi-step complex systems all autonomously. Again, we're still not 100% of the way there at the moment, but just this huge jump in autonomy alone is a significant shift. And that's everything you need to know about Claude Sonnet 4.5. We're going to have lots of other videos coming on the channel around the AI agents, how to build it, how to use it, and much more. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of Claude Sonnet 4.5? Do you think it's actually making that big of a difference for many people out there? Or what are you going to be trying to build with it? And if you want to dive deeper into AI and automation, definitely check the link below. We've got lots of content around what it is, how it works, and how you can go through and use it in the market today. And as always, stay tuned for more around AI, automation, and have a great day.